to college football. BYU quarterback Jaren Hall has established himself as a starter last season and a leader for the Cougars. He also caught the attention of NFL scouts, and a big 2022 season could vault his draft stock into the first round. I had a chance to sit down with the latest star quarterback at BYU. Maybe your last year. I don't know where you're at with that, but is that kind of your mentality? Is this, I want to make, whether this is the year last year or whatever, I'm going to make this special?
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what happens after the season, my focus right now is to be my best come September. We play USF and all throughout the rest of the year. All those other details kind of take care of themselves, so I just got a responsibility to be my best game one.
How would you compare where you're at mentally and physically to where you were 1 year from now?
Quite a bit ahead. Last year, just a lot of questions, not worry, but just a little pressure to just be a starter at all. And so now it's just a little different. Now it's finding ways to take my game to the next level and mentally prepare better and just be better all around.
Being a college quarterback is hard enough. Being a college quarterback at BYU is a completely different deal. And you've handled this situation very well. What's it been like for you to have this title and be in this position knowing all the greats that came before you?
It's been cool. I mean, one, just being from here, having my dad and my older brother play before me, growing up watching and hearing about his stories, and now being here as a quarterback in the town I grew up in with the people I know and love, and all the new people I've met since, it's a blessing. It's pretty surreal every time I take the field, especially here at Lavelle Edwards, seeing our fans. It's a dream come true every time, and I can't get enough of it. I'm trying to soak it all up the best I can, but there's a lot to it. It's super fun.
Your guys are talented.
Very.
Every position.
Very.
As you look around you, I know your job's hard, but it has to make your job a lot easier knowing you've got these guys around you. Just how good are these guys in this group you have to work with?
I think the sky's the limit. From what I've seen right now, even from last year, improvements are crazy. Strength and conditioning is a lot better. Our time with coaches and each other and PRPs this summer have been well used, and we still got a month and a half left plus fall camp. So there's a lot of time left to grow, and I'm excited to see where we are a month from now and 2 months from now.
I'm sure you're your worst critic.
Yeah, naturally, yeah. Try not to be too hard.
How can you get better? How can you improve on what you did last year? It was a great season.
Yeah, finding something to compete against every other quarterback in the country. Try to be the best. I mean, you got to find ways to push yourself. MJ has his crazy stories, the 6 things he would make up in his head just to push himself for a new opponent. Kobe has his stuff. Those types of mentality is something I try to take upon myself. So aside from that, I got my family, I got my wife and my daughter. They're just the extra, motivation I need to be my best.
You've become a great leader. Where did you get the who's your mentor that's helped you learn how to be a leader?
My mom and dad. My dad playing sports always. He was the fierce, in-your-face, loud, obnoxious guy with sports. Made me learn to love the intensity. And my mom, she was a heck of a gymnast, the best athlete in the family, in my opinion. She's just so subtle and peaceful in her approach to everything. She doesn't talk a lot about herself when she did gymnastics and whatnot, but and we just know that she was a competitor and she loved it and she instilled that in us.
What do you look forward to the most this season?
It's that first game with my guys, just being in the locker room, after the locker room, regardless what happens. There's just something special about putting on that jersey, running out of the tunnel, knowing your family's there and the fans are going crazy. It means a lot to the fans to see football back again. I know we're all itching for it. So just being there with them and all the build up to it is pretty fun and well anticipated.